My name is Adrian. This is my podcast. My man's Joe, my right hand man. Feel me?
Yo,
And we just here. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Biggie Small song that I chose and do the remix proposal on that. I can't really describe much of the project right now, but as we get going, it'll just advance as we go. The first main question is, do you listen to Biggie? And if you do, like, is it often or is it just like, how's your relationship with the artist?
um, I've heard of Biggie and I respect him as an artist, but I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest Biggie fan myself.
But do you listen to old rap in general, or you more like you be fucking with this new shit?
Um, I really have an appreciation for older rap. I used to be into it a lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
older rap, like lyricism, really into the bars and shit like that.
yeah. As you should, Young King.
Yo,
Um, but yeah. So, have you heard the song "Suicidal Thoughts" before?
I have heard that song before.
You have heard that song. Do you know how the song, like, how kind of, like, how it goes, like, how it starts off, how it goes?
Uh, I remember, like, I can't tell you the lyrics like exactly, but I remember it being about like how he was growing up, like how Biggie was growing up and going through his shit and how it affected him through his life. That's some heavy shit in that song.
Nah, yeah, for sure. It just got like a dark undertone and shit like that. Yeah, I told you about my project before. My project's basically about depression and black men specifically. That's why I chose you because I was like, yo, this is my right hand man. Feel me?
I
I know
happen to
we
be a black man.
shit.
I just
Word,
happen to be
exactly.
one.
You just happen to be one for me, so it's like we got that connection already, and we've always talked about doing podcasts before, so it was like might as well. But yeah, so the next question is, do you consider depression a mental illness?
Yeah, it's a big mental illness.
And if you categorize it as a mental illness, do you feel like it's curable? Like, what is your way of combating depression? Have you ever dealt with it before? Shit like that.
I feel like yeah, like everyone now is kind of going through some type of depression, and it's not like a cure. You're not gonna find a cure. It's really more of like a you gotta treat yourself type of thing. See what works for you.
Right,
Uh,
right, right, right.
it's really on a like experiment, dabble, see what makes you happy in life type of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
and as for if I've been through myself, little COVID phases,
We do
and
a dabble.
yeah, we was dibbling and dabbling in some depression. Feel me?
Yeah, I agree for sure. Do you feel like quarantine was a big impact? Like, did that really make your mental, like, did it take a big mental toll on you? Because, of course, everybody it takes, like, all right, I'm sad, whatever, we in the house all the time. But do you feel like it really gave you an impact?
I mean, yeah, bro. Like, especially you going from seeing your friends in school every day, and then, we gonna be out for school 2 weeks, y'all. And then, you don't have a
I
senior
remember that.
year. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I remember that. We was there like, yo, 2 week break. Then we got spring break. We
Yeah, feel me?
lit.
We gonna be lit, come back, enjoy the last bit of. Nah, stay.
Nah, that ain't happening. But yeah, for sure. I appreciate that answer. Also, my next question, well, it's not really a question. I kind of just came up with this on the spot. But do you feel societal pressures as a man in American society?
Kinda, yeah. Not like on me directly. But I think it's always that innate sense of like, I gotta be doing something.
Right.
Because it's like, when you're not doing nothing, as you start to grow up as a man, you start to see like, if you're not really doing nothing, you don't get appreciated. So you kind of gotta do your thing on it.
Feel like there's this quote, I forgot directly how it goes, but it's something like I think Chris Rock said it. It was like women and dogs get unconditional love, but men don't. Do you
Oh
feel like
yeah,
men have to provide in order to be loved, or is it just like it depends on who your relationship is with that person?
it does depend on the person because some people's relationships work that way, where the man provides and that's their way of love. But shit,
Right.
that's it's been such a thing for so long that it's just ingrained in certain people.
Feel you for sure. Because I feel like personally, like in my relationship with my girlfriend, I don't necessarily feel like unconditional love, but for some reason, I always get that sense that I have to provide. Feel me? Like it could, maybe it's subconsciously, like I'm not really thinking about it. You know what I mean? But I also feel like when I provide, like I'm not as sad. Like I'm not going
You
through it.
feel
I
like
feel
you're
like I'm
doing
actually doing
something,
something
yeah,
exactly word,
like you're
and it's like
adding
that
something of
underlying
significance.
responsibility type shit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's just more of a primal thing in men, though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a primal thing in men.
Yeah, like it's just like a, I don't know, an instinct that you have.
But do you feel like it's an instinct because of society, or that's really just how men are? Like, do you think niggas just come out the womb and that's why
I
we feel like
mean,
we need to provide?
all the other animals do it, so I'm pretty sure, you know, see all the male monkeys and shit going out hunting, right?
Right, 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 right,
So I
right.
mean, so it's like, as a provider, it's just, I guess, kind of you're looked at as in society. If you're a man, if you're not really doing shit, like get up.
Yeah, I
So
agree with that. All right, so now, do you think depression is caused physically? Like, do you think it's like something like biochemically in your brain, or is it like which one would you side with more? Is it something in your brain that
it's both.
actually happens scientifically? But if you had to choose one side for me, or is it like more of an environmental thing, a nurture thing? You know what I mean?
See, yeah, I can't, cause when you on something about depression, it's like it does have biochemical changes in your brain. Like, you release different hormones and stuff like that. But it also changes your mindset too. So I'm gonna say it's more of a scientific thing,
You
actually.
think so? I actually disagree with that one. I think it's more of a nurture thing. Like I think, yeah, if your brain is like built a certain way, you might have a higher chance of depression. Like I know people personally, I'm not gonna say no names for me, but I know people personally that their brain just like they overthink naturally. But then once I'm having a conversation with them, I talk about their previous experiences, childhood trauma, traumatic experiences, whatever. Then I notice that it's like, oh, it's not really your brain built like that. It's more just your traumatic experiences kind of built your brain like that. For me, I wouldn't say it's an all scientific thing. You get me? Or I'm bugging.
I'm gonna say it's scientific for me because look, right? Real talk, we just brains shooting out hormones and shit, and then we feeling certain ways off the hormones that we releasing. So it's like if you depressed and you're not releasing your happy hormones, then you're not gonna be happy. Your body's naturally gonna be more and more sad. You're gonna be, addicted to smaller sources of happiness and satisfaction, and then
Yeah.
it spirals, and then it's just a big chemical reaction in your brain, just going worse and worse. And yeah, there's the actual you part of it. You're conscious, like thinking about it, but like the actual physical part of your brain is a real big part of depression.
I can see that. I can see that. I feel like it is definitely a part, but I feel like your nurture is way more, or your nature is way more.
I'm not saying it's either
Now,
one. It's
man, yeah, no,
definitely
no, 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 I definitely agree
both.
with both. I just actually, I put you in a position to pick one for me, so you chose one.
Oh, you trying
Um,
to stir shit up? Heard you. All right, good podcast host. My bad.
you know me, man. You know me, man. I gotta get my headlines and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, you mentioned like one thing that I wanted to segue into, which is kind of like alcohol or drug abuse. Do you feel like that increases depression more, like in your personal experience or just in everyday experience with other people? Like you feel like people who smoke more or people who drink more have a higher chance of depression?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Why you say that?
Um, it's more down to the reasoning, I guess, of why. Like you straight up
Elaborate.
smoking or drinking to escape issues and shit like that, then
Right.
yeah, like 100%. But if you're drinking and smoking when you're only with friends or on occasions or after work or whatever, then it's like you're usually rewarding yourself. But if it's just like to feel good on some normal shit, yeah, that's when you're going down bad.
Yeah.
So
I
like
feel you for sure.
when you just start abusing substances in everyday situation, yeah.
All right, so this is like we got like two more questions left. How much time have we been recording for? Has it been more than 3 minutes? Has it? Probably hasn't.
It's been a solid 9.
Oh, damn. No, that's valid. All right, so my next main thing is uh, damn, I just lost it. Where is it? Hold up.
Oh, podcast, bro. Get up.
My bad, bro. My bad.
We
My
got
bad.
higher
I'll cut
standards
this
on
out.
this show. Come on, son.
I'll cut this out if anything for me.
Nah, we leaving
Um,
this in. We gotta show them the process.
I mean, shit, 10 minutes though. I'm
Nah, that's
thinking like a
OD.
5 minute something for
Nah,
me.
that's OD. 7 minutes is crazy.
Yeah, I can't find the other question, so I'm gonna just go with this one. So do you feel like music is an escape for a lot of black men in society? Like, do you feel like rap has helped you personally, or has helped black men in general to escape depression or escape reality?
Yeah, definitely. Um, escape, even just to have people to sympathize with and feel heard, I guess. And, you know, music can help all that.
Do you have like one specific song that you feel like, all right, that's my shit? Like if I'm sad or if I'm in a mood, you know, or something that talks about like police brutality, whatever, like major issues, you'd be like, yeah, that's what I listen to when I feel like I'm going
See,
through it.
that's not my bop. I never
It's not
understood
your
the
mojo for real.
I never understood the listening to sad music while you sad thing. I never understood it. Why if I'm sad, I'm gonna listen to more sad music? Feel me?
Cause it's like you in that mood, so it's like now you really listening to the lyrics and
Do
stuff.
I
Feel me?
wanna be in that mood though?
So you listen to happy music when you sad.
It's like if I'm sad, like for real sad, it's just gonna be quiet, bro. Cause then you know, like
Yeah.
music is more of like a happy thing for me. So it's like sad music don't really, I don't know. I just don't have a
Go to
taste
you.
for it. Yeah, I just don't have a taste
You gotta
for it.
listen to like chill music, like something that's gonna get your mind off of
I'll
what's
yeah,
going
I
on.
I listen to fucking jazz music in the background before I start listening to like anything sad, cause then I'm gonna start crying for real, for real.
No cap. Oh, all right. Well, why don't we talk about that? Do you feel like men should cry? Like, is that a thing?
That's some big questions.
Yeah.
I think for the mental health, very important that men should cry. Not just cry, like, you know, but like in general, like a release of feelings.
Yeah, I completely agree.
It's just that it comes
But can you
out as a
elaborate a little?
cry. Is that we should?
Yeah, like why should we? Because you know how like society is. We were talking about societal norms earlier. For me, like you know,
Well, it's just like if you're
it's
gonna
kind
be a
of looked down
provider,
upon if you cry.
if you're a provider, it's like you gotta be seen as a protector. You gotta be seen as a rock, as somebody stable. You know, so it's like if you crying and you supposed to be stable and you supposed to be, you know, the one holding everything up. It's like, what are you doing now? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But that's just not how it should be. Like if you have feelings, you feel that way, then you know, before they get all built up and you know they just gonna explode out of you, and
Word.
that's where you
Might as
get.
well just. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get
Not
violent
gonna.
men. Yeah, that's where the
Yeah,
violent niggas come from.
that's literally exactly where it comes from. That's crazy. Like, I was just about to say the same thing. Like that's where all the aggression and the anger comes from when you just built up so much shit from so many years. You
Yeah,
just be
you
wanting to
just put it
fight.
down and you do all that shit, and then it's like too much to process at that point. So you just start lashing out.
Word. That's why I always, every time I'm on the phone with one of my mans, you already know, well, how your day been, bro? How you been?
Yeah,
How's
for me.
life? Boom, boom, for me, because I gotta make sure my man's is good
Check
before
on
I
your
even,
game.
bring up any exactly before I even bring up anything else. I gotta be like, yo, you good, bro? How you been? And some niggas might not even tell me the truth, feel me? But I still gotta ask that question, feel me? And I'm
Just
gonna
to
try
make
to
sure.
probe your brain to see, like, if you're not telling, or I feel like you're not telling me the truth, I'm gonna probe your brain to see, like, give you a few more questions. Be like, yo, so how about this? How's work? How's school? How's your girl? Blah blah blah. You know, how's baby moms? Whatever. See how it really is for me.
Yeah, how's baby moms, bro? You in college, bro?
I forgot it's my college class. I was getting
You
into
in
that.
college, bro? How's baby moms, bro? Nah, be chill.
Mom's good.
Yo.
Yeah, but yeah. You got anything else you want to add? Any 2 cents? We about to close it off.
Before we do, I'm just saying, yeah, like it's I think it's a integral part of being a man. Is like actually like coming to terms with dealing with your feelings and shit like that, because you know, like that's real important to keep your mental right. You as a man to do your thing and your societal norms to provide, you gotta stay cool, you gotta have a clear mind. So it's like dealing with your feelings and keeping your mental health up first is what's gonna keep you up. Just as a
I
person,
agree.
not even as a man, just as a
Yeah,
person.
it's not even a gender thing anymore. It's just mental health should be your priority
Yeah.
at all times.
So it's like, you know, that's really my
But yeah,
take on it.
I agree, Brody. Thank you for coming on the podcast for me. This is podcast Wine and Dine. Me and my boy Joe. Nah, imagine.
Yo, facts. Every week, Wednesdays,
Every week, Wednesdays. What's today? Tuesday?
I'm a liar. Yeah, it's that Tuesday. My fault.
Tuesday, Monday. We go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, y'all. We every day pull up and we gonna smoke a blow with y'all at the end.